So to not waste a lot of time, today the topic is presentations. What I will show you is the capabilities of Adobe Express to, upgrade presentations, to make it more interactive, use different style of media. What I won't do is telling you how to do a proper presentation, how many bullet points need to be on it, and so on. I think I will show you what the tool can do. And why I'm doing presentations. So first of all, I need to shift you to my second screen. So I'm very sorry if you just see half of my face. I hope you bear with me. So I share the window. Caspian, please let me know if that is working.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, I was a student myself a while ago. Actually, before Christmas, I joined a certificate of advanced study in project management. And this topic is sometimes a bit dry, especially if you're working with engineers. But what I really was amazed by was the slides I was given, knowing that the university has Adobe Express. And I just wanted to show, I think all of us know this kind of slides. I know it's German, so you don't need to read it, but which I really enjoy here is just the picture itself. It's pixeled, and I was amazed that presentations are still looking like this. Before I studied a while back, and I'm really glad that you are here between meetings I have seen. So I appreciate you taking the time being here and seeing what is possible. So, have you opened Adobe Express? Catherine already put in the link to the chat. Perfect. Thank you very much. And then you will go to your home screen. I kind of assume everybody is kind of familiar with Adobe Express, so I don't dive into where you find certain things. So we directly dive into the presentation mode. And the easiest thing to do that is typing into the search form on top. Just before, if you wonder, mine look different, right? I have a bit of Adobe branded templates and I do a lot of other things in Express. So if you scroll around and it looks different, don't worry. We all have the same version, more or less. So in this search form on top, I will just type in not template, but presentations. Presentations. And then there's the first one with a presentation icon. I click on it and I get it's opening a very blank one, invite. So in case you want to start from scratch, easiest way to start. See on the left side, you will see quite a lot of templates which you can use from. We have millions of templates around, and a lot of them are for presentations to make it easier for you. For example, I could click on this one and it's directly my template. As we are in Adobe Express and it is cloud-based, so everything is already saved in your Creative Cloud. Storage space, you see it's untitled. You could give it a different title, but I'm still playing around. Oh, you see there it is appearing. And this is the easiest way to start the presentation. Another way to start a presentation, this was option 1, is I go to the left side on my toolbar and I find the icon for templates. I'm sorry if it's a bit small. If you click on templates here, and you might want to search, let's say business presentation, which is more likely a case for me. I go for a suggestion, and I probably would take out the output presentation. You find the output on the filter version, and you could see I can also type in the regions. I have, again, many templates to choose from. I mean, there are really some Germans in there. I love that. So I take a pitch deck, just clicking on it. And once I click on it, I can see also what is in the template already given, right? And then if I want to take it, I just click customize template and I'm ready to use and change what I want to do. This is option 2. Option 3, I show you all the options and then you start and pick whatever you want. We have a really cool feature, and I think it's Catherine's favorite feature. We again type in presentations, and now you will have in your search bar generate presentations. And if you click on generate presentations, you come to a new form, and this asks you for a prompt. So I have prepared the prompt. We want to create a presentation out of a prompt. This is my script for today. So I'm just copying, and maybe Catherine can put it in the chat, or I can quickly type it in so you can also test around. I chose this prompt, and you could even add a file to give it a bit of an idea, but I just go with a prompt, create a presentation that explains the concept of multimodal learning, use simple language visuals and analogies, include slides on why multimodal content improves retention, and so on. I go on next, and now I get already some suggestions. I think I go for purple just because. Choose a template. I have chosen, you just click on once and then you go to next. And now I already get an outline based on what I just have created with my prompt. So I can review my outline. I can say, well, they're giving me an idea of what is multimodal learning, content, works, analogies, Adobe Express content creation. I think I would just, yeah, I should. Oh no, it's frozen. It's frozen.
Joys of a live demo.
Yes, the joy of a live demo. I hope yours is not frozen. Mine is frozen. I would just try again. Try again. I love live demos. I hope you are further than me, so I would just. Oh no, I'm really frozen with everything. Okay, so V2. I just go and start again. Can somebody in the chat just post if it works for you guys? Maybe it's just me wanting too much for my tool. So I go for double click on it. I let it generate. It takes a bit longer. I try again to lift it, and it's always frozen when it's lifting.
Okay. Working for me.
Okay, this is fabulous. It's just me today. This is live demo. Yesterday it worked. So if it's generating and you want to go for the presentation, maybe I can. No, it's really frozen. This is. Oh, sorry for that. Okay, if you're generating and you like what you're seeing, you can stay already in it. I would not generate then because I think I want to continue. You chose the top option, fantastic. I hope everybody has not the same problem as I have. But I wanted to also show you sometimes we already have a presentation in PowerPoint, I think, which is, at least if you're my age and older, I think most of us do that, or yeah, having in PowerPoint. And I want to start from content. I think you can what I'm uploading. So I have an old presentation. I think, where is it? I go for this one. It's a German. So this is funny for you as well. This is fabulous. Thanks for your patience, Paula. So you can see I just dropped in a PowerPoint presentation, and now it's converting. This takes a second, and then we will see that my PowerPoint presentation is in Adobe Express, and we could work on this as well. So I think this is really, really cool. We have multiple options. You know, you see this is German, and I will work with that. So if you want to work in the same as I do, I created you already a template, which I will just drop in the chat. You can also stay on the one you just created with the generator, or you pick a template, or you just start from scratch. I leave it a bit up to you. So now we will dive because mine obviously is in German, and if you use this one, it makes sense to translate first. And then I will show you quickly how can we apply a brand we might find somewhere on the internet, which we really like, the colors. Or as I did, this was an interview presentation where I needed to create a case, and I want to now put it into an instruction presentation. So you see it's in German. So if you go with me, I first of all click on this to really whoop, it was locked. I don't want it to be locked. And now I wonder, Catherine, where's the translate button? Where did it went?
Goodness me. The Adobe Express, there are so many updates, which is excellent, but the things do keep moving all the time. So
where is my translation button? It went. Good question. Well, if somebody has a solution, please let us know. Welcome to live demos. Okay.
I will keep looking for that.
Thank you very much. Okay, well, I go with we start with the brand. Who cares about translation? You can write it in English then. So I feel like this is a green, which is really nice, but I don't like green anymore, and I really want to check, hey, is there any other opportunity? So what I'm going to do is on my left toolbar, you find the button brands. And then when it's loaded, it takes a bit. I can already see I've created a lot of brands, but I want to show you what can we do. So on the top below the search bar, you find a little icon that says create a brand. And I want to create a brand, and I don't want to set it up manually. I want to use the beta version, extract the brand from an upload. So once I click on it, it asks me, give me any picture you have to create a brand. See, did not work from something talking about Adobe online, and I just thought, hey, purple, pink, and blue sounds really cool. So I uploaded this pic. I just did a screenshot of a picture I've seen online, and I uploaded it. And now you can see that this extract colors, header and body. So they try also to match the font, they match the color. And I could just name it, and I call it presentation. I just call it test today so that I know that it is. You could also add another picture and add more, and you can add a logo if you, I don't know, if you want to have a specific logo for your university, you can also add that if your university hasn't already created a brand for you. It's very fast and very simple. I do click save, and you can see mine is very dark, right? I talked about human rights back then. And I think this is with the colorful, so I don't know what happens. I'll just click apply brands. And now you see it's applying the colors I just have chosen as well as the fonts to all my slides. You could argue this was maybe not the greatest choice to use this brand, but I will stay with that. And you see, the picture is just off, right? So it was locked before. Locked is when you see it is gray, it has a gray frame. And on the top, there is a lock. You can just click on it and unlock. I would just click on my page and just delete it. And you see my background is green, very green. I do not like this. So once I click on my background, and I find the fill color left to it, I click on fill. I can choose any color they have, or you just use the eyedropper toolbar, or you go to custom and you find a different color. I will just go with plain white for now. And I don't know where it's hidden. Oh yeah, it's a bit messed up coming from PowerPoint. Okay, so if you feel like, there's an icon or something on it, which you can't remove, you find on the top right, there is, wait, there is a layer icon. If you click on layers, you find all the stuff which is on your slide, and then you can easily go to whatever you need. I know what I did. Okay, so we go for white. I want to add a start picture, or like the first picture I have. I want to talk about, have you found the translation button, guys?
I have, yes.
Have you
so if you go to edit page, it's on the left-hand side just there.
Yeah. Okay, I found it. Thank you. So if you want to go to edit your page, you just click in the gray next to to this, or on top here, it appears add a page. And then there is a button, an icon, which is called translate. It's the orange one. I click on this one and I will select translate to English because it is German. I choose that. I want to translate all pages. I could even choose a tone of voice. I don't really mind about this. I just let it quickly translate. And this is really cool, especially if you work, you do a lot of research, and you need find things in a different language. So now I have both, which is also interesting. I said the German, it's still the German one. Okay. 1 second. Below here, you find like the view all pages. I click on this. Let me just quickly delete the German so we all have an English version. Up there. Welcome to live webinars. And just delete, and I go back to my front page. And now you see everything is locked again. And I unlock, and off we go. Okay. Okay, it's yellow. I go back to white, and I want to talk about sustainability. And first thing I need is a background, right? So I click on Add Connect in the left side toolbar. It's on the top, right below the, I don't know how you say that, the search thing. And then you click on Media. And Media gives you various options. So you can go to photos, you can go to videos, or even do audio. So I just go for photos. I will search for forest. Let me check. And then you will see I have a lot of results, 48 million results for forests. I just pick this one and I click on it and it will go in. So you have this, all the content there you see is free for you to use. You can just add it. You don't need to even put in where you took it from. It's all covered because we are connected to Adobe Stock. Now it's not the background, it's just a picture in the right screen. So when I click on the picture, there's again a toolbar opening, and this asks you to remove background, erase certain stuff, or even generate something or insert an object. And I just click on the set background and it's automatically in the background. So this looks great for me. You could even put on some effect if you think. So on the added one on the toolbar on top, you can also find effects. You could change a bit of the color punch. I just leave it as it is. For me, this is fine. I maybe change a bit of the opacity because I want to I might change a bit of the opacity because I want the text we were putting on to be seen quite nicely. So I will just click on the left toolbar side on text, find my text, and just randomly put it on. If I click on the text and then you see below the recommended fonts, you see again, it's already in Source Sans number 3. I think this is set by default. If I click on the down button, you will see my brand appears on top. So the fonts I use in my brand are already there. So I can just quickly use this one and saying, title is strategies in sustainability. You think the font is too large, or just in general it's too large, you can either just make it a bit smaller by how do you say that, shifting, making it longer and shorter, or you just click next to the below the font on the size of the text. And I think this looks okay. I would love to have it in white. No, white is not good. I stay with black. I test at effects if I give it a smooth shadow, if this probably works better. Okay. And then for the event, I would probably put in something like, I would just duplicate the text, put it below. We just want to do something very quickly. This would be Jasmine Delorme, and today is the 22nd January 2026. Okay, this is definitely too big. Let me change this up, go to edit, go down to regular, and even make it smaller so it's not in the full way. So if you feel like it's okay but looks very boring, feel free. We have under editing media, you can also add a video just for the demonstration purposes. Oh, I do like the abstract. I use this. This looks now a bit messy, but give me a second. Once it's on, it's a big video. And I'm frozen again, I think. Am I frozen when I speak?
No, I can hear you fine.
Okay, so what we do, we just refresh the content, hoping it's so nothing happened today, but now it's happening all in 1 hour. Okay. So this is a trick. It saved automatically. I just refreshed, went to a different tab, and it's in my recent files. So if you don't see it here, on the left side, you find your stuff, and then you would find it under your stuff. So fingers crossed it's working now. Yeah, it's working now. It's a video, right? Now it's on top of everything. I go back to my layers and I just put it. I can't move videos. Okay, it was a nice try. I shouldn't play around, it says. Please excuse, this is not what it's supposed to happen. Okay, I leave it there. Usually if you can click on a video, you just drag it just on top of your picture. And then you have the opportunity to kind of mix it with your picture, and then your picture has a bit of movement in there, which is really, really nice. Yep. Okay, so now I would go to my second slide, and I assume I create something which I will upload to a learning module. So I don't talk to people in person. They might want to watch it because, they don't want to come to class, which I find okay. If they're not interested, they don't need to come. And I could talk about myself this way, but I find it quite boring. So what I wanted to do instead, and you can see the picture is definitely outdated. Should I show the layers again, Catherine?
Thank you.
Okay, so you see it here, and on the top right, below the blue share button, you can see, like, for me, it's like a paper stack icon, and you click on the paper stack icon, and then you see the layers. Now you see, because it's grouped, you can group certain things by just holding on Apple keyboard its command and click on it, and then group, right click. Then you can find the layers, and the easiest way to mix it is just by taking a layer. And I can't use layers today. This is the reason. Okay, I'm sorry. This is really bad. Well, it happens to me every now and then. Catherine, get ready to take over.
Yeah, I must say we do use Express on a daily basis. This isn't the usual experience for us.
Well, I will guide Catherine through it then. And you see my picture is outdated. I don't want the frame. Yeah, this is fine. I don't want the picture because it's obviously not me, but I want a new picture of myself. So I go to content, I go again to media, and then you see, instead, you're on the top, you see photos, videos, and audios. Instead of this, I'll just go to upload from device. You can also generate an image if you want to have an AI image. I want a real image. So I go to my OneDrive, which is connected. somewhere here I have a headshot of myself, with no hair. And I think this is more me with no hair. So this is me, woo! Full headshot video. I think it's all right, but I have a background which is not looking great. So once I mark my picture, yes, you can set it looping. Good question. Yes, you can set the video as a looping, but this is a bit of a fine tuning. If I have a minute at the end, please remind me again and I will show you. So I marked my picture and now I want to just remove the background. Again, on the left toolbar, you see like this woman with the cool glasses. I just click in it and AI will do its magic and the background is disappearing. I mean, yellow is probably, I don't know. I stay with yellow for the moment. Now I could give here a lot of context and text and bullet points, but what I could also do, and I just wanted to show you, it's a bit of a trick. I go to media, and when you go to audio, you could also record a voiceover, which I find really cool. You could be also very sneaky and you record yourself and put yourself on the screen, introducing yourself. So I might just test both. So once you have record your voiceover, once you click on it, now it wants permission. What's happening today? Oh no, there it is. Okay. Start recording. You have 3 seconds and then you start. This would be like, hello, my name is Jasmine Delorme. Welcome to the class Strategies in Sustainability. Finish recording. It will work a bit.
Nicola has just asked if you can record a script to upload audio. So also just to respond to that, although you can record in-app, you can upload your audio as well.
And so how do you hear? Because you can't see it now, right? So down here, you have a little play button. Okay, it recorded me very badly, which is not the experience. It's because I'm also in Teams, which I should have done before. I haven't. But what you can also do, and I just wanted to show you, which I really, I did it for students I worked with. I wanted to explain to them how to fill out a certain form, and I already knew this is not going to work. So I recorded myself. Here we go. I might need to switch there and say, you see my background. Hello and welcome. My name is Jasmine Delorme. Welcome to the class of Strategies and Sustainability. Start recording. I would probably have to have a better position. So it will add myself as a really big version of myself into the slide. It will not be perfect, to tell you that. And while it's doing it, oh, there I am. Fantastic. Let's see. Okay, I can't really hear it. It's because with a 2-speaker at the same time, it's not as easy. But for you, it should be the same, should be sound really, really nice. It's just for me right now, I haven't had the right settings. This is really nice. I don't want to fill the video. I most likely want to remove my video. So now I can't decide. I leave it up. I leave both up here. I might go with the About Me section, maybe not. I leave it up to you to decide what you want to do with yourself or with your own presentation. I tell you today, it's nothing about perfection. It's about getting into the tool and seeing its capabilities. Okay, so I could even, if you feel like, oh, I don't want to be like, in this rectangle shape, if you click on the if you just mark it and then you click on the 3 dots.
Are you looking for the crop?
Yeah, I'm looking for the crop.
It's just if you click on the asset, or it's in the toolbar next to replace, just above.
Ah, yeah, crop. Okay, before I had to click, now it's in the crop. It's changing. You can go to crop and you have multiple options to give yourself a shape, right? It could be a circle form, which we don't really see right now because of background, but even this one could be in a circle form. if I just go to crop, and you can see at least below that there is that it is cropped, and I could, put myself here, probably leave it about me and just have the voiceover playing in. So the voiceover will always start the moment you click on the next slide. Yes, I have done this. Okay. Now you might also want to add something more visual, because it's just, again, text and yourself, or if you haven't put in yourself, I just want to change the background about me. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, so we go again to add content, and we just have been into media now, and we haven't been to elements, charts, and grids. So I want to go to elements. I do love elements. We have a lot of stuff in elements. You get lost. So if you search for something, I sometimes spend 10 minutes there to find the right asset. I don't know how it's for Catherine, but at least I get lost in here as well a lot. So the easiest thing I always recommend is search for something you want to have. I maybe just want to have a splash. I don't even know what comes. And then you will get different assets. You can get stickers, which are already animated, and then it would be like a video thing. You can get icons, backgrounds, right? If I'm more into the creative art, I'm a bit afraid of moving the layers, to be honest. So it's already in the background. Well, they put it in the background. It has nothing to do with sustainability. I understand that. But maybe somebody find it inspiring anyways. So this could be something you also add. If you want, you can always animate stuff. So if you click on the specific thing you want to do, or you want to animate, next to edit, you find effects, and also in effects you have possibilities, right? You can change a bit in the colors. You can also erase some stuff out of it, or you go to animation, and we can make it wobble, which is obviously not really cool, but just for demonstration purposes, it wobbles, or do nothing. This is, and you see, you asked me about looping, just for picture animation. So you can circle things in, you can circle things out, but you can also loop things. So yeah, this would be going on and on and on. All right, so this was slide 1. I think this is a very interesting slide. I go back to white. What is my time, Catherine? I'm okay.
35, we're okay.
Yeah, I'm okay. First thing, before we move directly on. So right now, if you want to test how it looks like, you have the present button on the top next to share, top right. If I click on present and I click oh yeah, this was my talking. And I just click back and forth. You can see I do want to go in escape. But what I could already see, I really do not like the transitions. Well, let's go out here. I do not like the transitions. And I want to get rid of the edit voiceover. So if you feel like I have a voiceover and I don't like it, on each slide you find like 3 little dots. And if you click on it, you can also skip the page and then you edit the voiceover. And I would just remove it for now because it's confusing me. But you see, I don't have set any transitions. And I think transitions are very important for a slide. So if you click on the 3 dots, you also find Add Transition. It's the second from the bottom. Add Transitions, and you see you have multiple options. You can say it's dissolving, it's pushing, sliding, wiping. I do like slide. And you can say directly apply to all pages, or you just leave it as it is and it will just go for this particular slide. I would just apply it to all slides. And now you see the button here is black, so you have a transition in there. Below the black one, the transition one icon on the bottom of your screen, you find presenter notes. This is often overlooked. You have presenter notes in case you want to mark something down. I personally never do that, but I know it sometimes is very helpful, especially if you're giving it to somebody else and there's a side note you don't want to put on the slide. I think this is really, really, really great. Okay. I have done this, I have done this, I've done this. I'm a bit afraid of the video part to show again. And we have 7 minutes left. Okay. I think I have shown you quite a lot of capabilities. I will ask Catherine if she feels I have missed something before I dive into downloading, making it a template.
So I'm just checking. We've got a question from Pamela. With regard to transitions, are there any reasons for the selection of transitions, for example, in terms of dyslexia? Would you mind just clarifying that question, Pamela? Is that the number of transitions that we have available? Is that what the question is relating to? If you could just pop that in the chat, that'd be great. Thank you. In the meantime, Jasmine, I think you covered loads there, which is great. One thing, would you mind just showing quickly how to duplicate pages, add pages? Thank you.
Before we do that, one thing I just want to show, because I think this is also, we have into add content, we also, next to below elements, you have charts and grids. And while I say it's not Excel, so this tool has nothing to do with Excel. We are not able to bring their tremendous amounts of data. But what is really cool is you can easily pick a chart. Let's say I take the pie chart, and let's not discuss about the brand. And it's not rounding up to 100, so you need to do a bit of math, but it's a really nice tool to demonstrate data in a very easy and digestible way. So if you present to leadership, or you just want to make one point stand out, this is a really cool thing to use. You have also tables in there, all the things you need to create a really nice presentation, also if you need to present data. I think this is really cool. So now Catherine asked me to duplicate, and no problem. On each slide, again, we go to the 3 dots. If you click on it, you just see insert a new page, where you can just click on a page and it comes a new one. It's empty. What you can also do is, I just delete this one. You can click on the 3 dots and you can see the button duplicate, and I just duplicate the page. So I have twice the same page. Very simple to run that. Now, if somebody says, well, this is actually not my size, or this is not the size of the presentation I want because you have a special format, I don't know. You can go to edit page on the top, and then you see resize, and then you can also kind of change it based on what you really need. I showed you how to present. So you present from first page, present from current page, or from presenter mode. You can even change if the content playback is automatically, or you want to click. I prefer to click, when I go on, and I talk a lot usually. So I talk, and then I want to click, and then I want me to come in. But if it's something you upload, you might want to have it as an automatic start. You can share that on the share button pretty easily. You can invite people. So I could invite Catherine, saying, please check for spelling. And I tell her she can edit, so she can absolutely, go in and do her marks. I can copy anyone with a link. I just say you can edit, and I could copy a link for that, type it in, and you all would have now access to this beautiful example of a presentation. Come in and play around in my presentation. What you can also do, you can also create a view-only link that allows people, it takes a minute, this is why I actually, well, let's see. I can create a view-only link. This one would kind of generates a link which you then type into your web browser, and then it appears a bit, or it's because so small. I jump it in. I put it in the chat. We have 3 minutes left. I'm so on time. And you see it's looking right now a bit like a web page, and I still have opportunities to click left and right. I could play the videos on it as, yeah, demonstration on the web, which is also an opportunity. And I see people are in there. This is cool. Tanya is in there. Hey, Tanya, I see you on my slide. Um, and one thing this is also very interesting is you can convert it to a template. Let's say you're creating something for your students or for your team, whatever area you're working in. And I convert it to a template. I just need to make sure it's editable for people, and then cannot convert hides with view only links. Okay, I learned something new. Don't create a view only link. Make it before a template. You just click then here on the button convert to template, and then you get a link like I shared before. You go on it, and then every student has the same template as to start with, right? Or in your team, if you want to have like a certain brand template. This was working well. So now it's important, we need to download the thing as well. Next to present on the top, you find the download button. You can click on download. You can select single pages to download, but you can also say, I want all pages. I want it as a PDF because I don't have video in it. The moment you bring in a video, you can also download this, by the way, as a PowerPoint. The moment I have video in and voiceovers, it would be an MP4. So yeah, I think, but I guess most people will uploading it to a course. At least I would do that, or share it as a view only link with students in case I want to showcase. So, but you have multiple options. And at least from my perspective, I have seen the presentations when I started at Adobe 3 years ago, I was supposed to do a panel discussion, and then I brought in some slides created in PowerPoint, and it's very hard to get pictures, where you have credits for. And yeah, I really can see how it's changing working with Adobe Express, making engaging slides. Where you have chances of really recording in videos, and it's always playing nicely, and all the assets and media you have available is really in high quality. Okay, I'm on top of the minute, I guess. Catherine, any questions I should quickly answer?
We have had a couple of questions. One really good question from Tom about exporting to videos. If you can export to MP4, but as he has noticed, that would then come out as multiple videos rather than one long video file, if you see what I mean. Now, there is a workaround. It will be taking too long today in the short time we have left. So if you would like a demo on this, happy to send you to that. But essentially, you would have to create the slides in a video timeline rather than sort of slide by slide. There is an easy workaround, and we will do a quick video on that and share that with you. If you'd like to see that, please sign up to our newsletter where we add all of our new quick videos in there as well. Another question we had was around accessibility. Does Express have an accessibility checker? So we touched on this one earlier. There are add-ons available. So do feel free to look at the add-ons, which you'll find on the left-hand side of this toolbar at the very bottom, just there. In addition to that, if you wanted to export to Acrobat, you can also run the accessibility checker in Acrobat as well. And when exporting from Express, you can add the accessibility tags as well. So I hope that has answered those questions very, very quickly. Actually, Claire has also asked, how do we join the newsletter? Thank you very much for asking. I will pop a link in the chat for you.
Just for the add-on, I just want to name for the add-ons. It's like not every university has enabled the add-ons. So this is an IT thing. So if you can't see them, don't think, oh, I can't find it, and it's me. No, it's not you. Then it's a setup on your university, and you would need to reach out to IT. Okay, I think yeah, one important information, and then I promise we close. So today this is called Skills Lab, where you are, and I really appreciate so many people showing up. Starting in February, we have renamed our Skills Lab webinars. We are rebranding, becoming the Adobe Education Institute Labs. We will be then on the Adobe for Education webpage. As soon as it's ready, we will announce everything in the newsletter, and your CSMs will reach out to you and tell you where to find the registration pages. If you have registered already for sessions in the future, no worries, nothing changes. You still have the link, you come in, it just looks a bit different branded, but the rest is staying the same. The CSMs, we are coming and running the sessions. If you like a session especially, please let us know. If you feel like there's something missing and you have a topic covered that you already know your students will love, you will love, your peers love, just come to us, contact us, please, at headconnect@adobe.com. Let us know which session you want to hear, or tell your CSM, and we try to make it happen. Okay, and with this, thank you for being here, and I hope you take something fun away and a bit of inspiration, and have a great afternoon.
Thanks, everyone.